Ahab and Jezebel. The king of Sheba visits Solomon. This is 1Kings 10:1 through 13, 11:31 through 32, 2 Chronicles 9:1 through 12. Stories of Solomon's wisdom spread far and wide across the world to other lands. Soon the stories reached the land of Sheba. When the queen of Sheba heard about Solomon, she decided to see for herself how wise he was. She thought up a list of very difficult questions that only the wisest of men could answer. Then she packed her finest jewels, gold, and spices, and she set out for Jerusalem. Everyone stopped to look as the queen entered Jerusalem. The queen went to see Solomon. She asked all her questions, and Solomon answered them easily. The queen knew that Solomon was indeed a wise man. I can see that God has given his people a wise king because he loves them so much, she said. The queen was right about this. Israel was rich and peaceful. For much of Solomon's reign, he built many beautiful palaces, and great cities grew. But sadly, the good times did not last. Solomon became too fond of spending money on fine things. He needed more and more gold to pay for all his grand projects. He made the Israelites pay lots of taxes, and he forced thousands of men to work on his buildings. Many of his people became poor and unhappy while Solomon was king. Worse than this, Solomon began to forget God and his goodness. He did not remain faithful to God as his father David had. This made God sad. God spoke to Solomon. The kingdom of Israel will be taken from your son since you have not followed my commands, he said. And as time passed, God's words came true. Some bad things came after Solomon. So tonight we're going to read Ahab and Jezebel. And this is 1Kings16, 29 through 34, and 1Kings 21. When King Solomon died, Israel was split into two kingdoms. The people from Judah in the south followed Solomon's son Rehoboam. But Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, became ruler of the north. The kings of the north who came after Jeroboam were not faithful to God. One of them, Ahab, married a woman called Jezebel from another tribe. She worshipped a false god. It soon became clear that the real ruler was not Ahab at all, it was Jezebel. Ahab and Jezebel were cruel and selfish. One day, Ahab saw a man called Naboth working in a beautiful vineyard next door to his palace. Will you sell me your land? He asked. It is just what I want for my vegetable garden. I'm sorry, replied Naboth humbly. I can't do that. This vineyard has belonged to my family for many years. It is only fair that my children and their children will have it in time. Now, Ahab was not used to people refusing him, and he was very angry.
How dare you say no?
He shrieked. Queen Jezebel was furious too. It wasn't long before Jezebel found a way to get what she wanted. She hatched a wicked plan to get Naboth into trouble and had him put to death for treason. That's how to deal with these people, she laughed cruelly, as she handed Ahab the documents that made him the new owner of the vineyard. Soon, everyone in the land was afraid of Ahab and Jezebel. They knew that if they did not do as the king and queen commanded, there would be trouble. This week's lesson in these last few months that I've been absent has been really hard, the lessons I've learned. Let's just say I was completely at my wits' end. I was perplexed. I was very highly overwhelmed. I didn't know exactly what to do. And I just kept asking God while crying and completely frustrated. Like, what do you want from me? Why is this happening? Who am I? What do you want me to do? What have you put me here for specifically? And how can I do that? Why does it have to be so hard? Why did you put me here without instructions? To try and figure it out on my own and hopefully find the right set of instructions that will lead me to what you wanted me to do here in the first place. What do you want? I don't know what you want from me. Lord, it's so hard. Where's my people? I'm always different than everyone. I'm never alike. I stand every alone. Time I try to fit in, it doesn't work. People shun me. They don't like me. They try to act like they're better than me. We're all human. They don't look like me. They bleed just like I bleed. They don't think like me. They hurt like I hurt. They don't act like me. But yet they try to make it seem like they're better than me. Where is my tribe? Where is my people? How come love doesn't look like how I feel on the inside? I'm such a very deep person, but I keep finding surface level people. Why do everything I try to do come with its own set of problems, issues? No matter what I try to do, no matter how I try to do it, it always seems to turn out wrong. Lord, I'm scared. The world looks so different. It's constantly changing. It doesn't look like how it used to. It's no nostalgia. Everything that used to be and was so familiar to me is all changing right before my eyes. I think I'm getting old. Does love really exist? No, seriously, does it? Is it even real? How come every time I try to love someone or something, it dies, disappears, or it just never works out? Myself. And that's my lesson for this week. I'm curious to know, what did you learn for this week? Let me know in the comments. Lord, if I find favor in your sight, Lord, please hear my heart's cry. So what did you learn?
Dad was growing. All the babies were growing. That's what I learned today.
Okay, very good. So now's the time for you to tell me, what did you learn? Let me know in the comments. And next time, boys and girls and friends, we're going to read Elijah Stops the Rain. And this is 1Kings 17, 1-6. Thank you very much for listening and watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and I'll see you in my next one. Later.